Oh, uh, I didn't. What's going on, Pride League? Oh, how's everybody doing today? Doing all right, I hope. I mean, it's such a beautiful day outside. I think I'm going to go visit a few friends here in a second. But most importantly, I'm pretty sure I want to let everybody take a look at this bad boy. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? Could this possibly be the Pride League Championship belt? Let me flip that over. See if you can get a little glimpse of what beauty is. Oh, Pride ain't cheap. Pride League Champion 2017. Oh my. Oh my goodness. What we got here? We got a guy with number 99. Oh my god. Oh, this is important. 2017 Disabled Vigilantes. Oh, yes, sir. But what trophy would be complete without paying homage to those that have come before us? Look at that. That's a pretty good shot. 2012, 2013, 14, 15, and 16. Something for me to shoot for because A. Hernandez on there twice. I gotta see what that be like. All right, give me some of that. See what that be like. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ooh, mercy. This thing is kind of heavy. Let me hoist that up there a little bit. There we go. Everybody get a good look at that? All right, let's go ahead and get to the nuts and bolts of the video, shall we? I have won the 2017 league, but everybody knows that is not the end all be all of fantasy football. We got 2018 fast approaching. We've got a whole nother championship to consider, and in case anybody was wondering, this thing was $139. I think there was some shipping, so we might have to readdress the allotment we have for trophies. Now, I paid for this out of my own little winnings, and it's so worth it. This is beyond worth it, ladies and gentlemen. I just want everybody to know that this is special, and having a trophy, you can't begin something tangible to go along with your greatness. Everybody should have one of these. If anybody wants the information, the previous owners, if you ever watched this video, Classy Strippers, we got Don't Touch Me there. We got Chicago Chalupas, not once but twice. And we got Designated Drunk Drivers, who's really no longer with us, but you know, if he catches wind of this video and he wants one of these bad boys, all you gotta do is hit my contact information. I'll let him know exactly how this trophy is supposed to be designed and move forward. So, that out of the way, I just want to recap. You know, we got the final standings out. Obviously, I'm number one. But let's take a look at how things panned out. Let's see how it shaked down. Classy Strippers, I mean, there was no chance of him beating me when I scored dang near 200 points a week in the playoffs. So kudos for him getting second. And third being the Grind is Real, Chris Garcia. All those guys should have been paid out. When I sent out the league safe, I think I had it on that I designated who gets paid. That will not be occurring for the 2018 season. If there were anything to happen to me, the only two people that would have been able to issue out money would have been number one and number two, Classy Strippers, or myself. When it really just should be put up to a vote, especially when there'll be a lot of people hopefully receiving money next year with the $25 a week for each of the regular season. And especially with the allocation of the trophy money, which could easily be debated Like I said, I paid for this thing out of my own pocket. It was worth it for me. But if we want to make sure that there's a trophy allocated in this next owners meeting, we're going to see who actually orders it. Make sure the verbiage is correct because kind of want to have some whatever the word is for it to be the same. I can't think of it right now because I'm just overjoyed with this thing coming in probably about 30 minutes ago. So I made sure I did a video as soon as I got this bad boy. And it's perfect. It came out exactly the way I wanted it to. But, that's neither here nor there. Chicago Chalupas, our former champion, made the playoffs. He's made the playoffs 4 straight years. I did my best, guys. I beat him basically twice in the regular season, and I beat him in the playoffs. I don't know what more I got to do to Chicago Chalupas to let y'all know he's human. Y'all can beat him too. But he's been in the playoffs 4 straight years. I can only do so much. So, if y'all want to keep this guy out of the playoffs, let's step the games up, please. Let's step it up a little bit. But he ended up with 4th. Bull City won the consolation bracket. And I know he was trying in the Pride League draft site because he was the one making hella transactions. I really don't care. Whoever won that can say they won a fantasy football league, but in their hearts, they know that was a pointless. Only thing that matters is this ESPN site. But whoever won that, congratulations, you're a champion in some sense. But I will make sure the next time I open that, it'll be like a reverse. It'll be a reverse point score just for people that are trying to win that. Regardless, neither here nor there. Bull City won consolation bracket. If the rules were to come to pass that I want, Bull City would automatically be getting the first overall pick in the draft. And that would make him uber dangerous. But I think it's worth it to have that kind of commitment to stay in a league when you know that there is no monetary value to be gained and you're only playing for pride because pride ain't cheap. So the Storm is brewing. Came up a little short. He got 6th. Down goes Frazier, who I thought had just lost it. Ended up beating Lazy Pugs, which is no small feat because Lazy Pugs was really trying to win that. Lazy Pugs 8th. Complex Stat Lines, who was just skimming the bottom of the barrel all year, won twice in the consolation ladder to give him 9th. And if you're at the bottom like that, I think you should be rewarded with a higher draft pick than all those that have, just checked out. When I Dip You Dip, literally checked out. There will be an owner in that spot. My intentions are there will be an owner in that spot before our next owners meeting, which will be, let me check, give this accurately. It should be next month around this time. The 26th is when we will start deliberating. I mean, you can deliberate now, but I will turn those deliberations into actual propositions, and those propositions will be voted on by every member in the league, hopefully, to make our league better, more fun, and definitely more competitive. So, when I Dip You Dip, that team's gone. They ended up with 10th. Mr. Frazier contacted me and just let me know that this was not his long-term deal. Nothing truly in particular. There was a couple mishaps, especially with that ADP thing in the beginning of the season. And, just some friction between some of the other owners. But other than that, perfectly fine. He just felt like this was not his long-term league. Miami Dice, Jeffrey White, who in the beginning of the season was riding so high because he had taken my division the year prior. Come get this, son. Come get this. Screw a division. Come get this. Jeffrey White, looking forward to seeing you next year. Flawless Victory had just uber problems all year with flood waters and all kinds of things. He had his best player go down in OBJ. So many issues. Mr. Terrence Ricard, you are in last place. So, with all this being said and all of this, the only really thing that matters is I'm a champion, son. I'm a champion. Owners meeting 26th of January. We'll have that whole weekend to try to make the league better. I gotta go deliver this to a couple of previous winners. let them take a good hard look at it in real life. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I think I might make love to this thing. But, that's between me and this trophy. So, truth be told, ordering one of these every year probably seems like the idea. I mean, I guess I could take this plate off and then have it engraved, but you run the risk of the engraving not being the same. I mean, take it from a guy that had to engrave a few things. When you engrave on top of this and it's not the same engraver or whatever, it'll look all kinds of rustic, to put it lightly. So I think every year, if these things are a measly $139 for the joy that it provides, oh my God, we need to really think about adding an extra 15 or 16 bucks for each person so that they can share in this beauty, in this glory. I mean, that's it. I mean, I dominated the championship. Third place wasn't even close. Unfortunate to AB's departure. People want to play till week 17. You know how many people aren't playing this week? For me to have this thing in jeopardy because half my team chose to rest for the playoffs, hells no. I could play their backups, but hells no. Why would that be the determining factor of whether or not I hoist this thing up on my shoulder? No. 16 weeks is about where it's at. I mean, it can be proposed. Y'all want to play until week 17? That's not what I'm going to vote for, but I mean, it's willing to be heard. And this is a democracy, not a dictatorship. So if y'all want, I mean, we'll see what happens. Well, that's your champion. You won't hear back from me for probably another couple weeks when I give you the bylaws as they are updated. And, you start contemplating rule changes and things of that nature. There'll be a few on the docket. So if you got any suggestions to make the league better, there will be an owner in place of Adam Frazier's team. I got one guy that I've reached out to. He has not hit me back, and he expressed concern at the beginning of the year that he really wanted to be a part of this league. Guy from just up the road from me, high school guy that I went to high school with, really wants to participate. If not, there's a couple of guys that I've reached out to that we've shared some fantasy football stories. One of the guys just won his league that was most important to him, but everybody knows when you come to Pride, all those other leagues are garbage. So here we are, That's just my opinion. But hope everybody had a happy holidays and the new year comes around. Just keep in mind the Pride League and what's about to go down. So, let me go share this joy with classy strippers. And I guess Down Goes Frazier just changed his name to Hills Pappy or something. I don't know what that's going to happen. But I'm going to go share this joy with them. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.